Ever wondered what it will look like if you like to study abroad? My name is Fensil. I'm a Malagasy student in South Korea, and I'm here to share my experiences as a non-major country girl, foreign girl in this country. If you have been on my channel before, you probably know that I go to university in Aju, Graduate School of International Studies, and I actually majored in international development and cooperation, and 2 days ago I actually graduated. So I am no longer a student, I'm officially a jobless person. But anyways, I'm making this video because as you can see, I have this very beautiful flowers here, and although it's been 2 days and they haven't been watered, I wanted to honor the people who offered them to me to congratulate me. But because I don't have a vase and I'm really not a flower girly, I don't know how to take care of them, and I just thought we should at least display them somewhere for someone to see, to honor the people who gave them. So yeah, before they have to be let go of. So this is why today we're talking about graduation in South Korea. And I do not know what it's like abroad. Actually, I haven't done my education, like my higher education, in another country, even my own country, so I don't really know what it's like. But I thought it would be interesting for you to think about. Now, I've had 2 graduations. One was when I was undergrad in another university called Handong University, and then I did my graduation with all the Korean students also, and there were a lot more people. And then my graduation in Aju was just for my department / the special graduate school within the university, so we did not have that many people. So yeah, is the ceremony formal or rather casual? I would say it's pretty formal. We had to come in around, like, we had to start at 11 and we came in at 9:20 to get ready. We had a rehearsal, although that lasted like 5 seconds really, but still it was pretty formal. How does it feel like to graduate from a university abroad? It depends on people, but for me personally it was pretty normal because I'm not a very emotional person, and in my mind, graduation is just like the following step of you studied. Like, you take exams, you get grades, you go to school, you graduate. Basically, that's what it is in my mind. But I know that for a lot of other students, foreign students, especially people like myself who have come from maybe countries that are struggling a little more economically, this is a very big achievement, and there's a sense of accomplishment. There's a sense of pride for graduating in a foreign school and having achieved what many people in their home country were not able to do. And it's not, well, first of all, you can graduate in your home country, that's absolutely fine. But in the case of Madagascar, for example, only 3% of our people actually graduate from university, which is very low, and a big problem. So already there's not much, like not many people make it to school, and even more so to school abroad. So that's kind of something to be proud of, I think. But yeah, I'm very I'm proud of myself, but also not really. For me, I just went to school and just graduated, but it's different from people to people. So congratulations, everyone. I will say it's different to have graduated in a foreign country than it is in your country, mainly because in a sense there's, well, it depends on the country also, actually. But there is the sense of studying in a language that is not yours. I think international students deserve recognition for doing this. And as you're going through school, there's so much that you have to go through. There's cultural differences. There is like, you miss your home, you miss your family, you don't have the same support system. And actually, when you graduate abroad, there is a sense of loneliness also, especially if, like, say you are like myself, I'm from Madagascar, which is Africa, right? It's different from someone who's from a closer country studying in South Korea, because then their family, if they can afford it, their family can come. And I've seen this, and a lot of people, I think, suddenly feel like, oh, I miss my mom or my dad. Like, I wish they could be there here with me when they're graduating. So there's also this maybe sense of loneliness, which I didn't really feel, but I have thought about it. Yeah, and actually my brother was here, and I have community here also, but it would have still been nice to have my family, although I forgot to tell them that it was my graduation day, so they themselves were surprised. But at the end of the day, it was a good experience. When you graduate in Korea, you have the ceremony, you have like all these opening remarks, the VIPs, you welcome them. We had a piano performance from one of our colleagues. That was pretty cool. And then you would be sitting in your department, like by department, and then they will call out your names. There's like a procedure to follow. Someone is there to check on your name and blah, 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 blah. And then you have to put your tassel on the right, and then you will go in front of your professor of your department, and they will move it from the right to the left. And this is a sign that you have now gone, like, transitioned from whatever you were before to whatever you're now. So I guess like from a master's, from a undergrad to like a master's student, and I guess from a master's student to a PhD student, so a doctor. Yeah, so there's like the tassel moving thing that was interesting for me. I don't know if people do this in other countries. I don't think so. Well, I don't think we do that in Madagascar. And yes, should at least bring the diploma. And then you actually get your degree, which I want to say this. Korean, I don't know how it is in other countries, but in Madagascar, okay, I don't know. I like how this looks like how Koreans, their certificates are very pretty, I think. And yeah, you may have seen better, obviously, but I just like how this looks like. And then, to my big surprise, I actually got a reward. So my friend said I would have it, but I was surprised to have it. And so I'm still showing this here because I don't know also I can't remember what happens in Madagascar if you're like the best of your class. And I wasn't the best of my class, by the way. I was just among the people who worked hard, maybe, potentially. But I did get an award. So this also looks very cool, I think. You see this in like, yeah, it's a crystal. Ugh. And it's so heavy. But I do have a reward, and I'm not the only one, and I'm not the best. I just want to say this. But yeah, that was pretty interesting, actually. And what else happened that day? And then that was it. We got our certificates, our degrees, we got the reward, and then you take pictures, and then there is a banquet, I guess, or like a buffet. I didn't go. I spent the lunch with my church family, basically. But yeah, that's what happened on that day. And I guess I'll make another more, maybe not. But yeah, I just wanted to say, I really want to congratulate everyone who has worked really hard to get their degree and just navigated through, just language and culture and documents and websites and all these administrative stuff that a lot of times nobody can really help you with. And somehow, after going through all of this, you graduate. So everybody, you did a great job. And I don't know if we talk enough about this. And especially if you come from a country where it is more of a privilege to study abroad, then definitely I think you can be proud of yourself. and you have achieved something for you and your family. And I want to wish you the best. I didn't really have direction with this video, but it is kind of an update on my life also for people who care. And I'm sorry that I haven't actually told anybody, not because I don't love you, but yeah, I'm just not really the type of person to say like, hey, this is happening in my life. I'm more the type who's like, you see me, you ask me, and I told you, oh yeah, this happened. So yes, but I'm hoping to be a better human in the future. But yeah, if you have studied abroad, if you're from a different country, how does it look like? How did you feel on your graduation? Oh, one thing that I don't know if I mentioned this in this video, but you know how they say it's not a graduation, basically, it's a commencement? I think it is so accurate, because getting your degree is not the end. It's actually the beginning of, honestly, just headaches and struggles, because now really you're jobless. You need to figure out life. So I think there's a lot of things that I wish I knew before getting where I am now, so that I would have prepared post-graduation a little bit better. And I'm going to make a video about this. So if you're still in school, if this is your last semester, watch this. If not, if you have already graduated, I think it can still be helpful. And we're in this together if you decide on staying in Korea, of course. So yeah, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I don't know if anything was helpful at all, but thank you for spending time with me, and see you next time. Take care.